Hi there, Leos. Welcome to my channel, Soul Light Hypnotherapy. My name is Kirsten. I have your love dynamic energy spread all laid out for you. I'm using the Wheel of the Year Tarot deck and playing cards to clarify, and some Laveris ability oracle cards to clarify. Please make sure to like, comment, share, subscribe. Welcome new subscribers. Welcome back old subscribers. Let's go ahead and get started. Also, if you'd like a personalized reading, my information is in the description box below. I am a Reiki energy healer as well as a hypnotherapist. And if you are also interested in any of those services, let me know as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I have done my little kind of my own creation spread, which kind of gives me your feelings, the situation for you, your feelings, and even hidden feelings, and then your partner, their situation, their feelings, their hidden feelings, their agendas, and the situation between the two of you, and outcome and advice. So in the upper left corner, we have the Wheel of Fortune and the Nine of Spades reversed. Now, these two cards tell me, Leo, you've been going through some hardships lately in your relationships, in your love life, possibly also in your financial life. You've been going through a grim time, maybe some difficulties, hardships, that has caused a lot of stress for you and your partner, or in your relationship. A grim phase, a dark time. And it's taken its toll on you. But the Wheel of Fortune is here, and it's in the upright, and it is saying that the situation is changing for the better, or it's about to, and opportunities will come along soon that will help you improve your situation. And sorry, that's my dog in the background. And to make sure that you're aware, be aware, and so that you can grasp opportunities when they arrive. Now, for some of you, you and your partner may have been going through, like I said, trials, disagreements, but the wheel has shown up, and the beautiful visions and sharing that you once had and hopes for your relationship with one another, they'll get renewed. Or this is what you're striving to achieve in April, Leo, to renew these feelings. Now, oh wow, sorry about the lawnmower. Actually, let me put this on pause. I'm going to wait until they're done. Okay, seems like they're moving off into the background. I shouldn't do recordings on Tuesdays. That's when the gardeners come. Anyway, back to your reading, Leo. So moving downward to the bottom left, we have the Nine of Pentacles, a man working in a garden with another person who's behind him on the other side of the garden. And he's picking the fruits, and there's lots of money on the floor and to be had. You know, it's a real prosperous time in the card. Also, we have the reverse Three of Diamonds and the Laveris ability to clarify the reverse La Costanza, the Ten of Hearts. Okay, so this is telling me, this is in the position of your thoughts and feelings, what you're going through, giving me a little bit of an idea of your emotional state of mind. So I feel like you have been working really hard. This guy is working really hard in the garden. But it seems like your partner doesn't seem to see their partner has got their back turned to you, doesn't seem to see all of your accomplishments. They don't seem to see everything that you're doing. But they just don't see how hard you're working. But you are doing everything that you can to work with what you have to get through this difficult period that some of you find yourselves in, whatever that is. There seem to be disagreements or arguments because they don't agree with the way you're handling things, or they don't feel like you're working with them as a team, but you're working independently outside of them. See, you're not working together. You're both working on the other side of the garden in this card. I feel like your partner or potential partner is thinking, that you're being one-sided. You don't know how to work as a team. But it's your zodiac nature, Leo, to be independent. You're just being yourself. Sometimes Leos, I love you, Leos. You're awesome. But sometimes Leos do get all caught up in, their world, and they don't see the perspective of others. And I think some of your partners may be feeling that. So there's some work to be done on you, Leo. There's an understanding that you need to glean. You need to let others in on your plans. Let them help formulate those plans. Let them help you fix what's wrong or work what's going. You're in a relationship. You can't fix a relationship by yourself. You have to work together. And you don't seem to get that, or you're not getting that. So your partner is very smart. They're represented here by this Page of Pentacles and the Queen of Clubs to the right. I see this is a very intelligent person. And they have good plans. So you should give them opportunity with that wheel. You should give them opportunity to and include their plans in your plans. You don't have to do it all by yourself, Leo. But for some reason you are, or you feel you must. And what your partner doesn't understand is that you're doing everything that you're doing for them and for your life together. You have their very best interests at heart. You only want them to be happy, and you want to be happy with them. So that is your true agenda. That's really what's in your heart. And your partner needs to understand that too, because they're not getting it. They're not getting it. There goes the dog. Boy, I'm sorry, guys. Sorry about all the background noise. And then for some of you Leos, like the single Leos, some of you have been losing faith or hope that you will find someone special who shares your values and your interests. Or if you are currently seeing someone, something doesn't quite feel right, or something isn't right about them, and I think you know that they're not the one. Or something isn't quite right in the relationship to where you can completely come together with them at this point. And then some of you have been on this endless search to find the right one, but to no avail. And you're just barely holding on to enough faith to keep searching for it, to keep at this search. But these cards want to say, don't let these fears take firm root. Like, see the garden. Don't let it take firm root. Don't grow these fears, because they will prevent you from seeing the opportunities that the Wheel of Fortune will surely bring to you soon. For I do see that there will be an opportunity to cut some losses, to cut out what isn't right, and move forward in the near future. So stay positive and keep the faith, because we have the Sun here in the center. There's also some information in these cards that some of you may be dealing with the issue of past infidelity in the relationship that you're in, and wounded and hurt pride, staying in the relationship for the wrong reasons because of your pride, because you don't want others to think you're a failure. I also see financial hardships you may have been enduring. I said that prior. And there's a superficial need to show up and to show off for some of you, because we have the sun here. And this is causing a rift in your love life um, because of overspending. And some of you think your partner doesn't believe in you or in your ability to achieve your goals or to achieve a certain lifestyle quality. So some of you feel like your partner doesn't believe in your ability to do this, and that is hurting your pride and making you do things, act out, sometimes with angry outbursts that could be caused because I see dissension and arguments. So that could be what's causing you to act out negatively towards them, because they're hurting your pride. Or you may be acting out in ways, acting independently, trying to prove to them your value, your worth. And this is causing the argument because you're doing this proving, you're doing these actions on your own and you're not including them. And Leo's getting angry, and you don't want to make Leo angry. Leo is like the Incredible Hulk. You don't want to get Leo angry. So try to keep your cool, Leo. Those of you that are going through that, and you feel like someone doesn't think you're adequate, right? It's pissing you off, but at the same time, you're working even harder to try and prove them wrong. But it's you should be trying to do that for yourself and not for anyone else. All right, all this background noise is kind of like messing with my concentration. So if I sound a little distracted throughout the reading, I apologize, guys, but it is what it is. All right, we're going to the top right. This is going to tell me about your partner, their situation, and the bottom right will tell me about their feelings, their motivations, what they want from you. Okay? So let's start at the top. We've got the Five of Pentacles, a man who's sitting under a mushroom and it's raining. There's money spilled on the ground and he's very upset, sad, dejected, lonely, without shelter. Next to that we have the Queen of Clubs from the playing card deck and the Five of Diamonds upright. So these cards together are telling me, Leo, that your partner or your potential partner is a down-to-earth person. They are very practical. I'm getting this from the Queen of Clubs. They're very smart. They're aware of every single penny that is spent. See all that money on the ground? She's looking at it like, she's counting it up. And the Page of Pentacles below her is counting money too. If you can see that in the picture. So she is aware of every single dime, he or she, depending on who, it's a general reading. By the way, this is a general reading, guys, and I didn't say this before, so not all scenarios will apply to you. I have come to understand there is an energetic quality and dynamic that will be present in the reading, and everybody will be affected by that. How it plays out is completely individual to everyone, okay? But feel that energetic dynamic because it is there for, I believe, everyone that listens to this reading. But I may not call out your specific scenario, okay? But you can kind of get a feel for, what's going to happen, what the energy is for that month through my readings. I hope you understand. If you don't hear any messages that resonate specifically to your situation, try your moon sign or your rising sign videos, or there may be another reader on YouTube that has got a message for you this month. Please come back to me next month and let's continue with the reading. That being said, I said your partner is aware of every dime, every penny that is spent. But this is a person who likes they like luxury, or um, they like a higher end lifestyle, and they must have this in order to be happy and content. Okay, this is part of what appeals, what was appealing to you in the first place with this person, is that, they're not they're not lower status, or they're not Joe Blow. This is a above average person, and their qualities intrigued you because, Leo, you like flash, and this person likes flash. I'm not going to say as much flash as you, but this person has an idea of a lifestyle that they want to enjoy and that they must have in order to be happy and to be content. Maybe your efforts, Leo, have been for some time to try and please this person, to meet their requirements, and that's why it's been a difficult phase for you. Because I feel like this person also likes to have a lot of money around, at least adequate money to maintain their lifestyle. And when that isn't around, it's a big problem. And that is, I think you're going through some financial hardships, and that's a big problem for your partner or for your potential, because you can't show them the life, or express to them the lifestyle or the quality of life that they want to have right now. They need someone whom can keep them on their level to maintain their lifestyle. And right now, with the Five of Pentacles, this man who's sitting under the mushroom out in the rain, they're out of their comfort zone. The Five of Pentacles is outside. This person is outside. They're without shelter. There's money spilt on the ground. They feel very alone. They feel like they're not being heard. Their needs aren't being met. No one's listening. No one cares. They're not getting what they need or what they require. And you may be feeling that, Leo, you may be feeling that your partner is way too needy, or just too high maintenance for you. This is a high maintenance person, you're thinking. This could be the underlying cause of your arguments, where you are conflicting, where you are clashing, because you're doing everything you can to please this person, but they're not happy. It's not enough. But the Five of Diamonds showed up next to the Queen of Clubs. And the Five of Diamonds is the opposite of the Five of Pentacles, okay? It brings movement, like the Wheel of Fortune is bringing momentum and movement into your reading. So things are going to change. Things are going to get more positive. So the Five of Diamonds is saying kind of that same thing, that your partner, from their point of view, they're noticing, because the Page of Pentacles pays close attention, so does this Queen of Clubs. They're noticing and they're paying attention. They are seeing that you are making progress. They are seeing that you are making headway, in an effort to please them, in an effort to overcome whatever your financial hardships are, or whatever your problems are with one another. They're beginning to see that the problems are becoming alleviated a little. And they have plans they would like to share with you that they think could quicken the process. But they don't feel heard, so they feel like you're acting independent of them, so they don't feel like you're listening to them or giving them adequate space or position to influence the situation. And that's frustrating them. They might be criticizing you passive aggressively because of that frustration. And you don't want to make Leo angry. And criticism is the best way to fuck with Leo. I got a Leo brother, and I know how to fuck with my brother when I want to. You know, I know how to, excuse my language, guys, but I know how to mess with his head if I want to. And quite passive aggressively. So I think that your partner might be doing that. Okay. You guys just saw a little glimpse of my evil. All right, back to you, Leah. Where am I? Where am I? Where am I? So they have plans they want to implement that they feel will help quicken the improvements that they are beginning to see, but they don't feel like you're including them or hearing them. And I feel like, Leo, you really need to allow that. Pay attention to what I'm saying here and allow that, because that's how you can get the harmony back that you're trying to get. Remember, I said you want that harmony and that sharing that you used to have with this person, and you need to open up and let them in, allow them to include their plans, and be a team. For singles, um, you could be unexpectedly getting some relief from your loneliness, single Leos. Unexpectedly, you could meet someone, um, probably an earth sign person, that it would be a Capricorn, Taurus, or Virgo, or a water sign, Scorpio, Pisces. What's the other water sign? Scorpio, Pisces, or Cancer. I'm feeling more strongly the earth sign, but it could be any sign, and they just display these qualities, most likely the qualities of the earth sign. Okay, so you can meet this person unexpectedly at a place of learning or where money is exchanged in the month of April. This person is kind of like, I feel like there's some lessons that you're going to be learning in the month of April. And so this person, I don't think this person is going to be the love of your life, but I do feel like they're going to play a significant part in your learning a lesson that you need to learn in April. They may re-inspire your faith that you can find love after all, in some way. Just their showing up could re-inspire you, because maybe some of you have been alone for a long time. So just their presence alone could be inspiring you to not give up, that you can find love. So that's for singles. Now, going below that section to the Page of Pentacles, the woman who is sitting at the table, she's calculating her money. She's not being distracted by the grapes above her head. She's completely serious about the task at hand, which is to, you know, she's very focused on practical matters, things that need her attention. Next to that, we have the reverse Jack of Hearts and the reverse Nine of Hearts, which is the wish card, but a delay in that wish. You got the wish card twice in your reading. I got the wish card in another person's reading this month. I think it was, what was it? I can't remember the sign, but someone else got both Nine of Cups and the reverse Nine of Hearts. So maybe you'll be dealing with that person. Let me put this. Anyway, I can't remember who it was, who I did the reading for. Once I do a reading, I kind of forget. All right, so let me get back to what your partner is thinking, feeling, wanting, desiring from you, Leo, in the month of April. Okay, let's stay on that singles track. I was talking about you're going to meet the singles, that you may meet someone, and this person, just by showing up, will kind of re-inspire you that you can find love. But I do see like a little complication here, I feel like, because I said that this person probably won't be the love of your life. I feel like this is kind of the same energy that those of you who are in partner relationships, this person that you meet will have the same kind of energy. They're going to see something in you. They see something in you, but they don't see it as being quite right. Or because it's a general reading, this could be your feelings towards them. However, the way I've laid out the cards right now, this is coming from their perspective. That's how I'm going to read it, to maintain my sanity and to help keep things clear for you listeners out there. So for coming from their perspective, they may see you as having superficial qualities. They see you as a romantic potential, but your qualities are superficial in some way. They may see you as someone who's falling short of being able to maintain the type of lifestyle that they want to have, or the type of person that they want to end up with. They may see you as being a show-off or fickle or too flirty and not serious. Someone that they can't take serious. And they may inspire you, Leo, but you may not be inspiring to them. And that could be where you're putting efforts into impressing someone. You may be putting a lot of effort into trying to impress this person because you find them very attractive. They've intrigued you. Okay? Again, this could be vice versa. Now, this could also, this section here, for those of you who are partnered, your partner could be feeling for how your partner is feeling, meaning you're not you're not quite impressing them. You're not quite living up to the potential they thought you could have for them, okay? And they're holding on to these feelings. But what I want to say to anyone who's involved with a Leo, please listen to this. If you're listening to this video, you want to know how better to deal with your partner. I've already said it before. You need to stroke the lion. You can't criticize the lion. The lion makes Leo become the Incredible Hulk. It makes Leo angry. The worst thing you can do is not to have faith in your Leo. They need a lot of encouragement. It's really only going to shoot yourself in the foot if you criticize them. Use flattery. See the sun? Everybody admires the sun. You have to admire Leo. You have to use flattery on Leo. Tell them how much you admire them. That's what motivates them. The sun is what rules them. So that's what motivates them. So if you're having difficulty with them, don't go about it with criticism. It's just going to make it worse. And for some of you, you're noticing, this Page of Pentacles, you're noticing that that Leo is trying to get where you want to be. This is for partners. Leo is trying very hard to get you where you want to be, to please you, to satisfy you and your needs. And you're beginning to soften up your approach towards them now. But secretly, just between you and me, you still don't think it's enough. Leo knows that you don't think it's enough. That's why you're having problems. Okay, now we're going to the center bottom. We've got the Sun card, the beautiful Sun card. And I've pulled some clarification cards. I may not go, so sorry about the noise, guys, in the background. It's Gardener Day. I may not go into every single clarification card in detail, just for the sake of time. But this tells me the situation between you and your partner, how you're interacting. So, with the Sun and the Five of Spades here in the upright, I feel, Leo, that you and your partner will come out okay. I put it on pause for a minute, trying waiting for that new lawnmower to go away. But I feel like, Leo, with the Sun and the Five of Spades, here, that you and your partner, those of you that are partner, you're going to come out okay from your current situation. You know, you've been going through a hard time, through some struggles and trials, but you're going to come out of this okay. You both need to see things about each other that is admirable. You both need to express that to one another. You need to get, you remember that you get more with honey than you do with vinegar. So know that any struggles or losses that you've incurred in the past, there have been blessings in disguise so that you can discover more about one another, about how you each tick, and how to work in harmony with one another as you express yourself individually. So even though this is a heated phase and there might be a lot of arguments or disagreements going on, with understanding, you can get through this. And for singles, the Two of Spades here is a card I pulled for you. It says meeting people, flirting, but connections are not. You're meeting people, you're flirting, you're being extroverted like this sun. You're out for everyone to see. You're attractive. But the connections that you're making, they aren't ready to happen yet. Okay? And some of you may cut your losses with someone because it's not working out with them. They're not the right person for you. You just feel like they're not the right person for you. Or some of you will maintain the status quo with the person you're with, but there will still be a tension because you know they're not the one. Now, in general, this is telling me, Leo, that you need to work on your self-confidence. And don't try to fit into, because here is also this category here also gives me your physical advice to take in the physical world, and then up above it's kind of like advice, spiritual, mental advice. Okay, so your physical advice is work on your self-confidence. Don't try to fit into someone else's mold. If being yourself isn't good enough for someone else, then just tell them to shine. Remember that expression from the 80s? Kids would say, shine. What did that mean? I just dated myself, my age. But shine meant cut it off. Shine that. Shine it. And you got the sun here saying shine it. If they don't like who you are, if you're not meeting their expectations, you are who you are. The wheel says I am what I am. I've been through what I've been through. And now this is what I have become. So if you can't get with that program, roll on out. So get that attitude, strengthen your self-confidence again. Those of you who have let others kind of beat it down, kind of demolish. You see this, I'm looking at this Ten of Hearts from the Sibylla, this woman who is standing on a platform of ruins, but she's reversed, so it's like demolished ruins, you know what I mean? So some of you are letting this get to you, trying to please someone else. It's demolishing your self-esteem, so please work on cut those losses, and rebuild your self-confidence. That's not for everyone to cut your losses, but that's just for some of you, you know who you are. Anyone that makes you feel inadequate, find ways to let them know that you're doing the very best that you can do. You're doing not only the very best that you can do, but you're doing it for them. So you need to find a way to express that to them. Open up, though, also, Leo. Open up and allow others to implement their ideas. But don't accept criticism. You know what I'm saying? Let them know who you are and how they need to approach you, how they need to talk to you, how they need to respect you. I know you love this person, Leo. Some of you, you love this person deeply. You want to spend the rest of your life with this person. But some of you need help. You need help communicating with one another. You need help learning how to deal with one another. So you can stop having these arguments and this dissension between the two of you. So you can get on the same page. But Leo, you're hardwired, you're hardwired. So sometimes you can't see, you get a little self-involved and you can't really see the other people's perspective. So you need some help. The Five of Pentacles in traditional Rider-Waite, there's another person in the card who's offering help, and there's a woman who's, basically refusing that help. It doesn't show up in this card, but it comes to mind now that you need help. Or your relationship may need a mediator. And with that being said, the Jack of Diamonds from the Sibylla, this postman, came out. And he is the mediator. And so that's why I'm saying this. Some of you may need a mediator, a counselor, maybe a church pastor. You may need to, turn to your spiritual elders for guidance. How to talk with your partner, how to get on the same page, how to understand where the other person is coming from. To help you see each other's vision and each other's point of view. You can work it out. You got the Five of Spades. You can achieve success. You got the Sun. With one another. So don't give up. Don't cut that loss until you... And that's for those of you who are like married or whatever. You've invested a lot of time in each other. Don't be so quick to cut your loss. Get help if you can't do it on your own together. Okay, so I've said that. I think I've said it several times. What else am I seeing here? Some of you may be planning a trip in April. Be careful of overspending. It's all beginning to add up. It's becoming pretty extravagant. Who are you trying to impress, Leo? Really, who are you trying to impress? You really have to spend all that money? So take note of how much you're spending and get that under control. There's also a story here that keeps presenting itself to me, but I haven't really got into it. I'll just go ahead and mention it real quick because it is kind of negative. Someone is being an ass. Someone has been unfaithful. They're not up to it. They're not achieving what they need to be achieving in this relationship. They're working against you or against your interests. Some of you are caught up in trying to keep this person in your life, keep this person's attention, to impress this person, regardless of the way they're demolishing your spirit. The universe is saying you need to cut this loss because it's going to do real damage to your self-esteem if you don't. And so that's just a warning for some of you. Okay, now let's go up to the top so we can get to the end of this reading. The advice and the outcome, you got the Nine of Cups, the King of Cups reversed, and the Ten of Spades reversed. So it's all about appreciating and finding fulfillment in each other. Accepting and appreciating yourself, Leo. Because this is your reading. Accept and appreciate yourself. And all that you do and all that you bring to the table. Also, knowing where your partner is coming from is from a place of their truth. It's not that they're criticizing you. It's just this is their truth. This is what they need. And you might be taking it as criticism. Your partner sees your great potential. They know that you can be so much more than you're showing yourself to be right now because you came out as the King of Cups reverse who's not living up to his potential. He's not being his ideal self. So they know that you can be all that. You can be the sun, but they don't feel like you're doing that. But that's just that's coming from their truth is not because, for most of them, it's not because they don't think you're good enough. They just think you still have more work to do. And then some of them are coming from a place of, yeah, it's just not good enough for me. And those are the ones that you need to cut free. You need to say shine to. All right, and then for singles, to sum it up, it's saying keep faith, keep working on yourself. Know that you do bring a lot to the table. You're looking really good right now in April. Like physically, you're very attractive. Um, but if you want to attract serious partners, you need to display yourself or present yourself in a more serious manner, because right now you're presenting yourself as being very flirty and not serious. So some of you might, that might be okay. And the Nine of Cups is there saying just enjoy yourself. Enjoy what April will bring, which is opportunities to date, to have fun, to enjoy pleasures, to meet new people. All the pleasures that singlehood have to offer. If you're coming from that perspective, great. But if you're looking for true love and love that will matter and last, you're not showing yourself to be that individual to your perspectives. And it's also saying with the Wheel of Fortune that soon, single Leos, the right one will appear very soon. Be aware, stay open. Remember to, if that's what you're wanting, to show yourself as a serious candidate. But I just don't think that person is going to appear in the month of April. Okay? So enjoy yourself right now. And then the presence of the Ten of Spades here, reverse, it says that for Leos, you're still going to be at the end of April. You're still going to be going through this challenging phase, but it is just a phase, and it will soon pass. You have the Wheel of Fortune. It hasn't completely phased out, but it's a 10, so it's about to end. Revise your thinking. Work on that self-esteem. Especially those of you who have become downtrodden due to trying to please or impress others who have high expectations. Learn the lessons that this phase has brought to you, which is, you know, I've already said it a million times. I'm not going to keep repeating myself. Learn the lessons of this phase. Get that counseling if you need it. Learn to see the other person's point of view. Learn how to approach one another. Learn how to let other people know how they should approach you. In a calm manner, not in an angry manner, because you lose your temper sometimes when you feel disrespected. And you may need help doing this. You may need that counselor or mediator. And I feel like for some of you who are partnered, your partner might resist getting that counseling. They may think that they can, they don't need anyone to tell them or in their business. But I would say, Leo, you probably should insist. If you guys can't do it together, you should insist if you want to work things out. And I see ultimately, if you do, you can. And you can get back to that lovely place that you started out with this person, that you believed the life you could share, you can have. It just takes some work. All right, Leo. I did pull some oracle cards from the, this is getting kind of long, so I guess you could stop the video now if you don't want to hear it, because I'm just going to read the cards. I'm not going to interpret them. And 3 came out. We got the protection message I'm using the Wisdom of the Oracle deck from Colette Baron Reed. We got the flexible card in reverse, the building blocks in reverse, and the between worlds in reverse. So let me read real quick. Flexible. Protection message from Flexible is, when you or someone else becomes too rigid, you lose the access to growth and untapped potential, and you find yourself in an us versus them scenario. So loosen up and open your mind and heart and see if a more flexible approach feels better. Rigidity will set you up for a fight where there are only losers and no winners. Could you find a way to bring about a result that is mutually beneficial? Can you find a way to meet in the middle? Spirit makes a great mediator. The next card is called Building Blocks, came out in the reverse. Let me read that message. It says, now is the time to address the cracks in the foundation of your life. Perhaps your values have changed and it's time to strengthen your convictions and let go of things that no longer serve the vision that you have for your life. Or perhaps you choose to ignore the signs that a situation or agreement you have entered into is not right for you. Remove the rotten pieces and reinforce your core moral strength and integrity. Now is the time for rigorous honesty, for you are called to renovate and upgrade your consciousness. And you will be so happy when you do, Leo. Spirit has a spectacular blueprint for your life, far beyond your imagination. So don't be afraid to replace what's not working. And the last message is the Between Worlds reverse. And this one says, be mindful of your expectations. This is probably for the partner. This is not a time for guarantees. Things will not go exactly as you plan or dictate. Let go and see what Spirit has in store. What takes hold in your life will be better than you can imagine. So it's a positive outcome, Leo. You got the Sun and the Nine of Cups as your outcome. So I'm wishing you well. I'm wishing you the best for April. Hope you enjoyed your reading. And come back to me in May. Blessings to you all. If you want a personalized reading, my information is in the description box below. Take care. Bye.